Welcome, traveler. You have entered a realm of adventure. Prepare yourself for tales from Beyond the Dice.
Beyond the Dice is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play podcast set in a cyberpunk city called New Ettica. I'm your Dungeon Master Luke, and your players are...
Ben, I play Cortaine, the level 5 human fighter.
I'm Peter, we're playing Spigs tonight. We are, because I'm more than one. Level 5 dwarf artificer.
It's like, you are terrible at ad-libs. like, what do you mean? Just lands on the run sheet! Oh, I'm Moss, and I'm so disappointed about the fact that I'm still playing a level 5 monk.
Oh, you don't want
Monkey.
to be playing a level 5 monk? What do you want to be playing?
Yeah, wait, did you mean you didn't want to be playing the podcast? Like, is that,
Well,
that's how it
I've
sounded.
decided I wish to identify as Dragonborn.
Ah, well... too bad. Get fucked. And with
Thanks,
that...
society.
No problem. That is my new name. My name is DM Society.
That's pretty cool.
It's actually pretty cool. Quick look, change everything now.
DM Society. Alright, what we'll do is I will get you 3 to roll a d20, and whoever gets the lowest will tell us what happened previously on Beyond the Dice.
A D20? Who has one of those?
I don't know. Oh, and just a heads up for our listeners, I have some bad lung at the moment, so if there are times where I make strange noises like and it's not in character, then it is me dying. So send help in dog form, please.
Moss.
I think that's going to be a bit of an issue, because you'll need to both edit it and then release that episode before anyone will hear it and send you help.
Well, don't you worry about that. I have my ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just make sure that every NPC you play is sickly. A, it'll make our fights easier. B, it'll be easier for you from a role playing standpoint.
What did everyone get?
18.
Spigs got 16.
I got a 9. Second week in
Alright.
a row.
Whew. That's some rough business, my friend.
It is. Could you imagine having to retell D&D 2 weeks in a row?
Holy shit.
I know.
Do you need a safe space?
I do. I need to
See,
just go.
what you need
go
to do is you need
somewhere
to
safe.
remember that if you just do it really badly one time, they never ask you to do it again. It's like doing the dishes badly.
Yeah, or going shopping.
Or pleasuring someone?
It's true. I've never had a callback for that. Come on, then tell us what happened.
Okay,
Yeah, Ben, what the fuck?
calm down. Calm
Just
down.
Googling it.
Yeah, I need to go listen to the previous podcast.
It's not been released yet.
Yeah, but we got the raw files. So, what happened was the start of last session, we had just arrived at a big corporation headquarters. It was a huge big building rising up from New Ettica, like, I don't know, like a tree. I don't know, I'm bad with my
A tree amongst blades of grass.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? But we found ourselves immediately assaulted by a guy in a Minotaur mech suit, a giant spider-like gun robot, and a lady with a bow.
The Banshee.
Yeah, called the Banshee.
Boshi.
Little Moss was the furthest ahead, and because he was so far ahead, he got ruffle stomped by the bow lady and the Minotaur dude. So he almost died, doing very little.
You got crushed into a drain in a shower?
No, he got crushed.
Yeah, he did,
That's waffle
basically.
stop, that's different.
Yeah, yeah, we had waffle.
I got wet. That's what I got.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa.
You
Keep
got
your-
wet, and it was a bit too much for you to handle, so we
Yeah.
had to come and help you out.
Yeah.
While the Banshee, she grabbed the keys that we're after, those magically tracked keys, which is the whole point of this part of the story. And Cortaine, the boss that he is, destroyed the Spider Walker, and then chased the Banshee into the building. She ran for a lift to try to escape him, but just like in a fire, should never get the lifts when Cortaine's in the building. And as she was going to go get the lifts, all the power cut out, and we heard over our comms that Gage said, "Look, I don't think I'm going to be able to help you guys for a while, but he's a bit of a last parting gift." And so that all went out, like all the lights and all the electricity and all the security and stuff. The cops are on the way as well, so we better be quick. But Cortaine would put on his night vision, because he's got that embedded in his helmet, so he's seeing everything.
Hell yeah.
So, like, Gage has become, like, when Obi-Wan dies, he becomes like a spirit.
Yeah.
And he just flickers in at the opportune moment.
That's true.
Spectrally.
Can he cast down lightning?
Oh, like
What,
Yoda?
Zeus?
Yeah.
Ask DM Society.
DM Society. That is a great name.
I looked it up. I looked it up, by the way. There is no one by that name. There's only a local Facebook business called the DM Society.
Oh, right, yeah. As opposed to the person.
DM.
Persona.
No, but there's no the. It's no. You just rid of the and you just DM Society. There's nothing by that name.
You could also make that your synthwave name or your just general DJ name.
Or it could be like my actual name. Like, I am no longer Luke. My name is DM Society Illis.
Yeah, Deepom.
Yeah, boy. Alright, also, what happened was Little Moss did drop to 0 HP, falling unconscious in the fountain. Spigs finished off the Minotaur mech and then rushed over, slamming a thick needle of adrenaline into Little Moss, bringing him back to the realm of life.
What's this DM Society? You wanted me to tell the story. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm just
telling me I did a shit job?
yeah, you did a good job. All you did was focus on your character.
I focused on the stuff that the people love.
The stuff that matters. No,
The stuff that matters. I told you that little moss got
Clearly-
ruffle stomped. Like, it was included.
That's true. I just wanted to just bring the listeners up to speed, saying that this is why Little Moss is actually still alive.
Yeah, it's like that scene in The Rock where Sean Connery has to stab that big needle of adrenaline.
Trav, this is the third time you use that reference.
Yeah.
No more.
Really?
No more. That's it. It's the only movie he's watched, supposedly.
Well, yeah, but I don't remember the last two times, so they don't count.
It's probably because you're tanked every time you say it, and then every time you say it, you're like, "Oh, this is a good reference."
He's probably tanked and only watching YouTube video clips, and it's only of that scene. So he thinks the entire movie is that one scene.
Well, he just googled Sean Connery pumping someone.
I got two very different kinds of videos.
And that's all he got was the YouTube video of Sean Connery performing an adrenaline shot on someone.
It's still a great reference.
Now it
Won't
is.
be the last time.
Alright, and this is where we will begin at UltraDai Incorporated Tower.
How do you spell die? Is it like D-Y-E?
No, it is Ultra, and Dai is D-A-I. That's all one word. And then Incorporated.
What do they make? What is this corporation? What do they do?
Well, when you're not in action, you can maybe do some sort of religion check or organization check, and you might know.
That sounds like work.
Yes. And
Okay.
we will begin with Little Moss and Spigs. Spigs, you are helping Little Moss out of the fountain, and you have moved and ran into the lobby
Did we not try to put Little Moss in the Minotaur suit?
No, he wouldn't fit. Remember?
I didn't fit.
No, I don't. Obviously.
Oh yeah, you couldn't fit because the legs part, and Little Moss
was too big.
was too large to fit in the cockpit.
That's right. Well,
Because they were like jockey size, I think someone said.
Yeah.
The pilots. Anyway, you've run on into the lobby of UltraDai Incorporated, and all of the power is out, and you see Cortaine start charging up some stairs that are next to these elevator doors. What you can see is 3 elevator doors.
Was I charging up the stairs, or was I flying up the column, like the central column?
You have just gone through the door, basically.
Okay.
Yep. As you two are walking through this lobby, you see like a security guard type of person, like wearing a armored vest, black armored vest, and a sort of white shirt. There's a little name badge sort of thing on their chest. She pops her head up from behind the one of these massive desks that stretches out in front across this lobby, and she says, "Hey, is it safe? Did you guys really take out those mechs?" And she calls over to you.
We sure did. I did it basically single-handedly.
Who are you
Now
guys?
Civilian.
And I definitely did it single-handedly because I only got one arm and this thing.
Hey, that's pretty good. Well, I'm Little Moss. What's your name?
Me? I'm Sarah.
Hey, Sarah, I was wondering if you'd be able to help us as a little thank you for, just casually saving your life and whatever.
Somebody else pops their head up from behind their desk, and it looks like someone who works in reception. And she pushes motions her hand down, and you hear her say, "Stay down, stay down." And she goes, yeah, well, your buddy, the tank buster guy, he was chasing some cyber ninja up here. I've called for authority, and for NEPD to come here. You know what? Because obviously you guys aren't attacking the building because you've taken out those mechs. Here, take this. And she pulls off this badge from the desk, and she holds it towards you guys.
Yeah, you hold it.
You take the plastic sort of card from her, and it has visitor. It has a 4-digit code, which is 3839, and the security guard says, "Take the pass. If the power comes back on, and there should be reserve power in certain areas, it'll allow you to get through. This building has some pretty intense and advanced security systems, so as long as you've got that card, you should be able to, I guess, not be terminated by the security protection."
Yeah. We've had some issues with automated security systems. This guy here's a bit of a hothead, shall we say. Doesn't look after his family very well. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
I think you're talking about the guy who got shredded in the roof at one time when we were missing you.
Oh, he wasn't there to remember that.
That's true.
Hey, Sarah, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
If the power does come back on, or if the reserve generators kick in,
and as you say that, blip, 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 and the power flicks off, and it's just sort of like dull blue emergency lighting.
Yeah. So, Sarah, are the security cameras patched into the reserve power?
Let me have a look. And she clicks the monitors. No, it's just defense turrets and lasers and elevators, all sort of safety emergency exits, and protection systems. But looks like most of our cameras are down. There are cameras on the exterior that are still working.
Well, I don't really know if you're into me or whatever, but here's my number, and it's not what you think, but maybe later. But anyway, I wanna talk to you.
Do you have like numbers already written out on like bits of scrap paper or something that you're handing to people? Is this what?
It's just on serviettes. Like that's just what I had
with a little
on me.
like a lipstick mark on it.
No.
You pre-kiss them before you go out.
Oh, yes. That would be so good. But no,
Okay.
not that much forethought. It just got my like details so I can patch through to her and she can like buzz in to my augmented reality.
Cool. Yep.
Should she find anything out about like where the bad guys are or whatever.
Okay, cool. Yeah, great. What we can do is I can connect to you with this this radio here, and
that works too.
yeah, if the cameras come back up, I'll let you know. But at the moment, I'll evacuate everyone I can.
But here's my number, and I slide it across the desk.
She grabs it and she looks at you oddly, and she tucks it in her vest.
Yeah, she does.
All
right.
Thank you. Was it Moss?
It's Moss.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh.
Who?
What? You just call yourself a moss because you don't want them to have the words moss and little associated. That's it. That's what you're wanting to avoid.
Oh.
Not till later, anyway.
Rude.
The proof of the pudding is in the eating, my friends.
Ooh. And we will cut to Cortaine. Now, Cortaine, you are speeding your way up these stairs. There's not a lot of room for you to rocket. Like, you could probably, like, rocket jump up the, each landing if you roll good enough not to smash your head into the top. It's pretty difficult because the staircase, or the stairs, I should say, each step of the stairs is designed for like a normal humanoid foot, not for this massive suit. So it's a little difficult as you're running up and chasing the Banshee, and she's like she's going up like 3 steps at a time. Could you roll an athletics check for me, please, sir?
You know I can.
Hells yeah, boy.
Shit.
Oh no!
That's a 1.
Oh.
All right, so you're like missing the steps and sort of slipping on them a little bit because the footprint of your exoskeleton is a little big, and you've been fighting in it and you've been wearing it for a couple of hours, but you haven't had to deal with these sort of tight enclosed spaces and changing directions and going upstairs like this. So you're like slipping and falling a bit, and you decide fuck it, and you rocket up one of the stair sets, but you slam into the wall, and you fall backwards, sliding down the stairs until you hit the next landing, and she gets a little bit of ground. You can still hear the footsteps going up, but she is in the lead where you were gaining on her. But you notice as you're laying there sort of rubbing your head from your helmet on top of your helmet there with your night vision on, you see all the lights, these exit signs, emergency LED panels flick around each sort of landing of this staircase, and these little blue lights on the roof flicker around, and you see basically it's saying emergency lighting, emergency, please evacuate.
Okay.
You want to continue chasing her?
I definitely do.
Alright, you get up and you start to, a little slower than before, make your way up these stairs.
Yep.
Little Moss and Spigs, as you hear the echoes of Cortaine's footsteps on the stairs sort of fade out in a way because he's getting higher and higher and higher, you hear a ding, and the elevator doors open right near the door where you were about to continue up the stairs. Did you want to go up the stairs, or did you want to get in the elevator?
Hey, chicken legs. Can you run upstairs or?
Can I run upstairs? Can I run upstairs? That's a good question. Let's use the elevator.
Did you like pour yourself a drink?
Me, I was, yeah.
It's like, can I do that? Like, I just thought you were going to repeat it until you'd finish pouring yourself a drink.
No.
Like a real power move. He's just
Yeah.
staring at you.
And then drink, and then like say it.
He's got like a martini shaker there, and he's just like shaking it up like around, and then he pours it and slowly drinks it as he doesn't break eye contact.
He's like, stairs, you say, stairs. And sips his martini. He's like, let's take the elevator.
It'll be a moot point because the power will go off, and then you can't use the lift anyway because it took so long. Look, can you run upstairs or not?
Probably not. Let's use the elevator.
Fine. All right. Let's go. We shouldn't split up because that's how every good horror movie starts.
Elevator music.
You guys step into the elevator, and the doors,
I press all the buttons.
all the buttons light up.
Yes.
Yeah, you're in the elevator, but no calming, quiet elevator music plays. It's
Can
just...
I sing some? Doom 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 doom
Boom, 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 boom. Nice.
Are you doing the girl from Ipanema? Is
I don't know.
that what you're doing?
I don't know. I'm just playing an elevator music that, like, it's like a loop that runs in my head perpetually.
When he's
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah,
Like as you're working, there's just this loop that's on in your head all the
yeah.
time.
It's like the emergency light, and then the music comes. It's like that.
Oh, so Luke, you know how
Yeah.
little moss like press all the buttons.
Yes.
Spigs goes and press the little cancel button at the bottom, and then
Yeah.
presses the correct floor.
What's the correct floor?
The one that says the correct floor on the button.
It's like, well, that was convenient.
It's like end of scene button.
Yeah, it's like evacuation level for Banshee is written there.
So you press the cancel button, and then Little Moss looks at you, and then you look back at the panel, and then you just press all the buttons too.
I did have a question. So Spigs gets like the goggle maps out
Yeah.
that had the keys, the GPS key tracking system, magic
That's
magic.
right. It's
tracking.
like Google Maps for your goggles.
Yep.
It's called Goggle Maps. And then he checks it and sees it how if he can zoom in, how like close he can see, and can I get like a 3D map of like the building and where the keys are located?
As you take this, you unfold this paper map and flip it out. There's like some AR little projections that pop up on the map. But like Lorian said, it's an older map. It's like a lot of the streets and stuff are still the same, but a lot of the buildings now are bigger, and there are more levels and stuff above the older buildings and older parts of the city. But you can't really zoom in on them. You can just sort of look at this slight 3D projection over the top of this map. But I will tell you that you do have communication with Cortaine.
Apart from that, is in the bottom right of this Goggle Maps, is there a button for subscription upgrade?
No, there is
Damn.
not.
Alright, I think we're gonna have to talk to Cortaine.
Cortaine, as you're running up these stairs, you see a little notification saying that Spigs and Little Moss have called you in the comms.
Okay. I don't answer immediately because what I would like to do is... So there's not enough room for me and my giant suit to easily maneuver up these stairs and fly around.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying? Cool. Would it be possible for me to throw a grenade up several flights of stairs? Like up the middle column of the stairs? And like, you know, just chuck it kind of in just directly upwards.
Yeah, you can definitely try.
Cool. So I am going to throw a flashbang that I have in my inventory. I'm going to throw that. I'm going to throw that up and try to hit the Banshee because I assume she's in front of me, but she's only like a few levels up.
So like, there's that
be...
whole thing in movies and stuff where you're running up the stairs and then you quickly take a look, and at the exact same time as you take a look up, she takes a look down over that little gap between the stairs, and you both see each other and then continue running. So you can sort of gauge where she is if you roll a perception check for me first.
Not good. I don't think I'm very perceptive.
Nice.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll do a perception check.
Why don't you roll a 1 again?
Fuck! I did.
Dude, you know exactly how many floors she's up.
I know oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna throw a flashbang.
Yep.
And because I'm metering this, I'd already decided that I would roll with advantage. So even though it's a shit, it's on shit intel, I'm gonna give this my all.
Right.
I like this.
Is that athletics?
Yeah, like, it's usually like a dexterity check, but I will go with athletics for you just trying to throw it as hard as you can up the stair, that little gap.
Okay, I will also use my last hero dice.
Right.
This isn't just me like trying to lump shit on. Like, this was like Cortaine. I'm trying to play the fact that Cortaine thinks so highly of his own perception that he knows where she is.
So stop giving us a way into the mind of the character. Prove it with roleplay.
It's called immersion, man.
Prove it with
Look it
roleplay.
up. That was awesome. Okay, so that was a lot better. So 25 for athletics.
Oh, whoa. Okay. So,
like, I'm not necessarily... I wasn't throwing it at a floor. Like, I wasn't trying to get it to, fall onto a staircase, but rather just throw it up so it just explodes while it's in the center.
Alright. Okay. You throw it incredibly hard up the center of this staircase. And you continue running up and you hear this... And you see a flash above, but it doesn't affect you because you're not directly looking at it. You hear, some screams. There's more than one voice. You continue running up the stairs, and you find some people in like sort of business attire, white shirt, sort of navy slacks. You see like a woman in a pantsuit, like this sort of purpley pinky color. And one of them, the lady, is holding her eyes. The guy is missing his head, as you see a line of blood up the side of the wall. You look up the stairs and you see the Banshee. As she looks down, she's over the skull mask. She's like rubbing that eye, and she continues running up the stairs.
Okay. As I run up, I resist the urge to say, "Didn't you see the sign? Didn't you see the warning light saying evacuate now?" as I run past. But no, I don't say anything. I simply just run past because they didn't see who did it. So
no. Alright, you continue past them. As you're running up these stairs, moments later you hear, "Oh my god, Jared! No!" Like she's just come out of blindness to see her colleague head removed.
Yeah.
You continue up the stairs, and you still see that notification saying that Spigs and Little Moss are trying to contact you.
I accept it.
Alright, you hear in your helmet, you hear the humming of Little Moss as he's singing a little elevator tune.
Oh. Cortaine, you there?
Yes! As I'm like...
Yes.
Up the stairs.
What level do we need to get to? The roof?
Can I easily see what level I'm at?
Yeah.
Like, it's just marked on at every flight of stairs?
Yeah, you have, you've passed level 175 just now.
Whoa.
How many... I have no idea how many levels are.
No, but the staircase looks like it's just going up and up, like it's an infinite case of stairs.
And if only we had a techno hacker in our party.
Yeah, I know. I tell them. I say.
Well, is that your character voice?
I'm at level 175. You should try to cut her off from above.
Alright, we'll go to the roof.
Whatever. And I
Oh
climb.
man, I hope it's like one of those Charlie the Chocolate Factory elevators where like it starts going like so fast that it like bursts through the roof.
And you all die.
No, and then we float
That was the
magically
last-
down and have access to a lifetime of chocolate.
And
yes,
you,
die.
and see your grandparents before they die.
Yeah, you sleep in the same bed as them.
Cortaine, you continue charging up the stairs. You close off the communication, and just once again, can you make a perception check for me again?
Oh shit! I'm so bad at rolling today. That's 4.
All right. You continue past these stairs. What's your passive perception?
9.
Okay. In this little glass window, as you run past, you see a figure running down the hallway. Do you go through that door instead, or do you continue up?
Oh shit! I do. I go running down that hallway.
All right. I would like to give you inspiration from earlier for not breaking meta with what you were going to do, even though you rolled really low on your perception check. As you burst through the door, you see the Banshee and all of these sort of glass laboratories on the door that you burst through. As you just see it as you enter, there's not so much a level, but you see a sign painted on the door or printed on the door. You're not quite sure. It says Research Department C019.
I quickly relay that to the party.
Boys, you get a message from Cortaine. He opens up and says Research Department C019, and he closes off the communication again.
And the level. Like,
Oh, thank goodness, I was about to say.
I'll tell them what level it's on.
There is no level on the door. We will cut to Little Moss and Spigs, and you are in this.
But wouldn't I have known what level it was given the staircase? Like, given where I got off the stairs?
You rolled pretty low on your perception,
That is quite true. Look, I'll give you
so
that.
you weren't quite paying attention to what level. You were just trying to get to the Banshee.
Yeah.
You guys, Little Moss and Spigs, you were in the elevator still after Cortaine has told you Research Department C019, and as you see a little button on this big touch display screen. It says RD C019 in this small font. Spigs, you press the little button, and a voice plays out inside of this elevator, and it says, "Emergency. Employees of UltraDai Incorporated. Stay within your workspaces so you are safe from the intruders. If you are currently an employee and not in a workspace, gain access to one and lock the door. If you are currently an intruder, please wait for the announcement to follow." You guys, as you press that button, that voice plays over the speakers, and a little image of the tower, like this 3D rendered sort of schematic type building, appears on the screen, and you see this little green elevator moving up towards the top of this, not the very top, but maybe 3/4 of the way up this building, and then a red line appears across, and it says floor 288, Department C019. And then once again, you guys hear a voice, and it displays on the screen as well, saying, "Alert! Intruders in Department C019. Tactical response en route. Security pass. Press here for more details." And you see on the screen this little green outline of the same shape as the pass that you were given shows up in the center of the screen, and arrows pointing to it says, "Press here."
Spigs applies the visitor pass.
There are currently 2 intruders in Department C019. Possible mercenaries. Their intrusion into an UltraDai Incorporated building gives UltraDai the right to manage their well-being and take any measure necessary to protect their employees, clients, visitors, and property. Swipe here and enter the 4-digit code on your pass to nominate the members of your visitor group.
3839. 3839. Oh, please.
And these 4 little spaces and a little number pad appears underneath the pass. The voice continues. Each nominee must make their way to one of the many user interface screens within this building and wait to receive a temporary visitor's pass. And now we will cut back to Cortaine. And you're chasing down the hallway. You see the Banshee moving between these glass laboratories. And you see scientists and researchers inside. They're sort of hiding behind desks as they notice you all come in, and the lights are all very low, and these blue flashing lights are shedding the small pathways and hallways between these separate research laboratories in this sort of dull blue light. And you continue to chase her, and she's like dodging down hallways really quickly, and you've kind of just got her on the edge of your vision because she ducks between another lab and she gets hidden behind equipment, or she ditches down this hallway that's got opaque white sort of glass between 2 labs, and you hear an announcement over the PA. Attention intruders in Department C019, please lay down your weapons, disable your combat augments, place your hands behind your head, and lower yourself to your knees. An UltraDai Incorporated tactical response team will be with you soon. Due to your violation into Research Division C019, the level of lethality that will be used against you is classified. As you are running down these hallways, you see these beams of light shoot out between these like black panels in the hallways. Some of them are blue, some of them are white, and it's sort of starting from where the Banshee is. Like maybe this security system is picking up on you two running through this area, and they're trying to close off access to block her in. And you notice behind you, in your peripherals, you see the reef, like in the reflection of the glass that you're running past these laboratories. You see blue lights and white lights sort of shooting behind you, like sort of like Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Those things,
yes,
like that, but they're blue and white. And you see one coming down vertically, like one from the ground, one from the roof, closing over, and the Banshee dives through the air. Ooh.
Gets cut in half.
You see her leg, her like ankle, sort of shin area, shin to the ankle, all the way through to her foot. It touches and passes through this field just before it closes, and she screams in pain, hitting the ground, holding her leg, and she's like shaking on the ground a bit, and she sits up, holding her foot. But this blue and white beam, 1, 2, 3, close just before you. Did you stop, or do you continue and run through them?
Do I run through the beams? Is that the question?
Yeah, these sort of energy fields that are closing down in front of you.
I don't. I will stop, and I will, with my shield, I will slowly see if my shield will pass through.
Alright, as you are pushing your shield, there is...
Like I'm holding the edge of the shield, so I'm not like pushing directly forward against it. I'm like reaching out like it was my hand.
You're just testing the edge of it, yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. You feel some resistance against it, and you see some black singeing on the edges of your shield where it's passing through.
Black singeing, you say?
Yeah, like it's it's like there's no like smoke or anything coming off of it. It's like burning away the like the protective coating on the shield. You see the Banshee stand to her feet, and she hovers over, or not hovers, but like limps slowly over towards this panel, and she's pressing the buttons on it, and you see it like flicking up red, saying invalid or something like that.
Yep, I will try to. I will, with my left. Oh yeah, with my right arm, because my left hand is a robot hand. I will quickly smash my hand through and pull it back, because my armor is fire resist. So I'm hoping that, like, I don't think it's going to protect me indefinitely, but I'm hoping that the natural fire resisted augmentations of my armor will mean that I will, if I move quickly, make it through without dying.
So you're going to push your arm through and back?
Yes.
That's 13 thunder damage as you pass your hand through this. The blue field crackles around your arm, and you see like all of this, like the coating on your gauntlet, just like almost like ripple and burn away, and you see the metal starting to like crack as you pass your hand through it.
Okay, but the shield, as I was pushing it through,
Yep.
it was crackling. Okay.
You were still getting the similar effect of like this strange black, like it must have been whatever coating they put on the metal of your shield, like, because your shield is metal, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you know, burning whatever coating's there. And
Okay.
the Banshee is like looking at you trying to get through, and she places two of her fingers on like her temples, and she pulls away the skull mask, and she presses a button, and a whole bunch of the helmet that she's wearing like moves back, and she shakes her hair out, and her sort of her long blonde hair sort of flicks out, and she fixes it. She then knocks on this window of the room she was trying to get into or whatever.
Can I do anything while she's doing this? Or
Yeah.
is this,
Yeah, you can.
I would like, while she's doing this, because I don't want to just get distracted by what I assume is a pretty face, I will use my sword and attack the ground, just the ground around where this beam is coming out of, to see if I can like knock out the electronics.
Yep.
And if that fails, then I want to throw a grenade.
All right. Yeah, I'll roll an attack on the ground.
20 to hit.
20 to hit. All right, that hits.
That is 15 damage in total, so 8 physical or 8 slashing and 7 fire.
All right, you stab your sword into the ground, the electronics of this device, and I will roll to see if something happens. Give me 1 second. You see it flicker for just that like half of a millisecond, and then it goes back up. But yeah, you can keep trying, or you can try something else. But yeah, you see it flicker and then comes back on.
Did I cut any depth into the ground?
Yeah, you probably went like maybe 2 to 3 inches into the ground.
I will try once more.
All right, so I'll say like, because it's so dense, like there's this coating, like this plastic coating over the floor, but there must be something else underneath, like, you know, metal structure or whatever, and you keep like stabbing into the ground to try it. I'll get you to roll for that in a second. The Banshee sees you like, you know, stabbing into the ground right near this energy field, and she is knocking on the glass, and you hear her go, "Help me!" And her voice is not modulated like it usually is when she's got the helmet on. And she's like, help me, he's trying to kill me, please, help me!" And she's knocking on there, and you see this half-elf gentleman come to the glass window, and he looks at you, and he sees you slamming your sword into the ground over and over again. And she's just like hiding behind the door a bit, and she's poking her head around, and she's knocking on there, on the glass, and she's like, help me!
Oh. Damn that guy and his penis.
He's like, no,
Oh.
sorry, no.
Oh.
And she she's going to make a persuasion check, saying, "Please, if he catches me, he's going to kill me." The door opens.
Okay.
She immediately stabs him with her katana.
Yeah.
And she rips something off of him, goes to the panel, and she places a pass sort of plastic card thing against it. And you see the shield that's in front of her go down. She moves to the next one, and she slams it against the next shield, and then that goes down against the next panel. Just as you are slashing through the ground, can you make another attack for me?
24 versus AC.
That is a hit.
16 slashing and 5 fire.
Alright. The field goes down. Can you make a dex check for me? To quickly charge through.
5.
As you go through, your foot on the way through gets caught in the field, just like hers did, and you feel this damage. It's not as bad because it was just like the heel of your foot. Lucky 5 thunder damage, and your foot feels really numb. She's limping and she's pressing her hand in this card to each little panel next to where this field is. Yeah, so you see a small display screen pop up, or turn on, I should say, and it says, "Please stand in front of screen to receive temporary visitor pass."
Oh, stand in front of the screen.
And it says, "Visitor pass from 38.39. Invalid. Please remove helmet."
It's a trap.
How smart am I?
Not very. We've ascertained that.
Yeah, I will take my helmet off.
You press the little button, or you use your AR to flick off the helmet. It moves back into your armor. And can you roll a charisma check quickly for me?
Is there a way for me not to remove it fully, but to just like take the visor up?
I would say that the whole thing moves down. It might be something that you'll have to get Spigs to alter in the future.
Yeah.
Make a charisma, just a charisma check, not a saving throw.
Okay. 15.
As you look towards the camera, you've got like this angry scowl, and you see your face, and you sort of like you stare into the screen and the anger, and you're just caught in this moment as this little flash, and then that picture appears on the screen, and you hear a little and out of this slot underneath the screen, this little white card pops out, and it's got a picture of you on it, and it says "Visitor Pass 1."
Awesome. Seeing what she did, I will press my visitor pass up against the wall in that little slot, and then I'm hoping that it will retract the beams.
The security system is deeply flawed.
Alright, so where we were was Cortaine slamming his pass against the the wall, this little panel next to each of these sort of laser grids. And the laser comes down, and we will cut to Little Moss and Spigs. You're both in the elevator, and it is asking if, like, the computer screen is saying it has detected 2 people in the lift. One is the card holder, the other one is not. Would you like to nominate for this person? You're both standing in front of the screen. Can I get you both to make charisma checks?
Alrighty. Spigs is so good with charisma. Like, he's like crazy good. So, that is... So, it's charisma ability mod, correct?
Yep.
So when it says -1...
Yeah.
It means it's an 8.
Alright. You're looking at the camera and you're really confused about what's going on. Like, it's asking you if you would like to nominate yourself. And so you press yes, and it takes a picture, and this little card projects out of beneath this screen from this little slot, and it's a picture of you looking up at this screen with this really sort of bedazzled look on your face, and it says 3839 registered, temporary visitor pass 2. And Little Moss, can you make yours?
Make what?
A charisma check.
Oh gosh, this is not going to end well. Alright, -3.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, that uncharismatic.
What did you roll?
It's my major flaw.
Oh shit.
I speak before I think. So I have -4 charisma, and I rolled a 1.
Cool. Is that -4 to the rolls or to the overall stat?
I think to rolls.
Charisma rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
-3.
you are looking at this this screen when it's asking you if you want to make a pass, and you press yes. Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me real quick?
I have 1 HP. I don't think it's going to matter. Constitution?
Yeah.
23.
All right. You're feeling a bit nauseous because you've just passed out. You've been woken up with this adrenaline, and your body is just like on edge, and you feel this rumble in your stomach. It ripples up to your throat, and you make this face like you're about to vomit, like your cheeks are all puffed out, like you caught the vomit in your mouth. You don't spit it out everywhere, but the picture takes it, and you look like you're about to throw up, and then you swallow it back down. And we will cut to a scene where the Banshee makes it to this elevator. She's limping. Cortaine, you're slightly limping. You're getting the feeling back in your foot, and you are probably like you're 2 things away from her. One thing, like one laser grid away from her, and she's pressing the button quickly, and the lift door opens. She steps in. She puts the skull mask back on her face, and as the doors are closing, she gives you the finger, and she places her katana in the holder on her back. The doors close. Just as they close, the door to the right, an elevator to the right, opens, and Little Moss and Spigs are standing in there.
I yell to them, she's going up, follow her. And then I let the doors close, like when they go up. I will instead open up the door of the elevator that she went in.
Yep.
And I will rocket time.
All right.
Rocket time.
Where'd you get a rocket from?
I bought it with my armor. It's like attached. I got rocket boot.
Cool.
So,
it's like half of my gimmick now.
Can you make a strength check for me to see if you can pry open these doors?
Oh, can I?
Hell yeah, you can.
That is a 20.
You, with ease, just rip these doors open completely, and you hear like emergency doors, 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 collision, doors, and it's just like this voice is breaking as you as you push them open. And you see the elevator shooting up at a pretty high speed, and you jump out. You ignite your rocket boots. Now, boys, you two are in the elevator. Cortaine yells to you, she's going up. What do you do?
We're in the elevator going up, aren't we?
Where are you going up to?
I don't know. I want to press the top floor.
Press the up button.
All right.
Man, you're just inventing buttons on this panel.
Yeah, there is Spigs. He's got his little toolkit out, and he's like putting new buttons onto the side of the elevator.
That is grade A bull plop.
So wait, what are you doing? What level are you going to?
Well, he just said follow. Like, I don't know. Can I speak to him over comms? Can I speak to Sarah? Can I patch through to Sarah and ask her?
Yeah,
like,
you can,
hey,
you can do that.
Can you let me know whether? All right, radio through. Hey, Sarah. Hey. Sarah, you there?
Must, yeah, I'm here. I'm just getting everyone out of the building. The security teams, the NEPD, the enforcers, they're all here. They're making their
Okay,
way
I
up.
didn't ask for your life story. Can you tell me where the Banshee is? Like, she's the bad girl. We're trying to find her. I need your help, please.
No. I don't. How am I supposed to identify who she is?
Well,
Can't you check the elevators that are moving?
Oh,
Yeah,
I can do that. Hold on. You hear some typing, some pressing some buttons.
real hacker stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hacking in. No, she just, you hear some typing, some button pressing. It seems that there is, well, would it be the elevator where there says there is damage to the doors on Department
No doubt.
C019?
That's the one.
Okay, yeah, okay. It looks like she has pressed, oh, no.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's no oh no button.
Yes, there is, because you just fucking invented it. So you could just say, oh, look, there's the oh no button.
Floor 301. That's highly restricted.
Give us access.
Well,
Do it now.
okay, hold on. Card 3839. And you hear her typing away. And you guys see security clearance level 7 appear on the screen next to your card number. Just be careful. I don't know what's up there and what sort of security they have in place.
I'll tell you all about it on the next
I've let all the security teams and the enforcers and NEPD know that that we've got some mercenaries in the building that are I just said that we have hired you to stop what's happening. So you shouldn't be in too much trouble unless you break something, I guess.
Like elevator doors.
Or was it Jared's head?
All right, you, Cortaine, are flying up the elevator. How far can you how often can you use it, and how far do you fly?
It lasts for ages. It's ridiculous. It's awesome. Like it's
We need
like
to
4
we need to
hours.
homebrew that.
So you're
think-
basically fucking Iron Man,
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
but cooler because you have a sword.
Yeah, exactly. I'm basically like a space marine. That's basically what I am. You have flying speed equal to my walking speed. You can use these boots to fly up to 4 hours, all at once or in several shorter flights.
All right.
So while I'm flying, and so that's my walking speed. So I'm gonna be like, does that mean that I can dash? Like I can double move? I assume that's what it means.
Yeah, because
your flying speed is
although dash is not walking speed, that's basically running as fast as you can.
Yes, but that just means that you double. Like when you dash, do you increase your flying speed if that's how you travel?
That's a good question, because in combat you'll move, just say, 60 feet, right?
Yeah.
And if you're actually dashing, it's because you are moving as fast as you can in that direction.
Well, it's because you're not trying to move at a speed at which you'll be able to fire a weapon or attack. Like that's it's your combat speed essentially. So it's not your maximum speed. So would that be the same for flying? Like if I choose not to attack, I would move twice as fast.
Yep, but I will say that that means you won't, with moving that quick, you won't have a lot of reaction time. For things.
That's fine. So if I just go normal speed, so say 30 feet, is that fast enough for me to keep up with it, or will I need to dash in order to keep up with this thing?
You will probably need to dash.
Okay, I will dash. While I'm dashing, no, okay, I can't use my extra action because I haven't had a extended rest. Okay, cool. That's it. So my turn. I dash.
All right. You move at an incredible speed towards this elevator, and then you notice it's starting to slow a bit. It sort of it slows to a stop, and you know what? Because you weren't it's not like it stopped immediately. Like you're not just gonna crash into it. I'll say you're able to blast into the top of it until you find a hold on the elevator as it comes to a stop. and you hear the doors open. What do you want to do?
I want to use my sword to cut a hole into it.
Alright, just know that with most elevators there is a hole in the roof for emergency exits.
No, what about... Can I fly around it? Or is
Yeah.
this a single... Oh, okay, yeah.
Now,
then
you
I'll
know,
fly.
like, elevators will be like this big open area with all the elevators in there.
Okay, yeah, it's
Yep.
one of those. Cool. Yeah, then I will fly around to the hole in the roof.
Alright, and you slide open that panel. You're gonna have to basically break the roof because you won't fit in that hole.
Yeah, that's fine. Look, I've got no issue.
Strength check or attack, whichever way you want to
I'll
do.
attack that. That is a 26. 26.
26.
And that is 13 slashing and 4 fire.
You cut a big X in the top of this elevator, like where the hole is, basically, where the emergency exit is, and you just drop through the hole and bends that metal down. Some sparks and stuff fly out of it, and the elevator shakes a little bit, but the doors are slowly they're about to close, and you push your sword to hold them back. Now, boys, in the elevator, you guys come up to level 302, it stops, and the doors slide open. You step out and you look to your left as you see Cortaine climb out of this elevator with his sword pointing in the direction of the center of this room. And now you guys look down from this large balcony where these elevators are into a huge room. And the bulkheads on the walls of this room, they look reinforced, they look incredibly strong. Massive metallic struts bracing the roof, and they're all covered in cables and tubes running down from these 5 labs. They're all glass-walled labs, 4 sort of in each corner and a smaller one in the middle. Now, the one in the middle, I should not say smaller, the glass area of this lab in the middle, it's right next to this big sort of machine, and it's smaller than the other labs, but where this machine is, in the center of this room, in that smaller lab, you see this huge cylindrical tank, and it's filled with the green fluid. And floating inside the tank, hooked up to tubes and cables, is this huge creature. It's humanoid. Its skin is like this sickly, purple, swollen color, covered in bumps and growths, and its whole body looks bruised. Its body is sort of muscular, but its arms are abnormally long, and its neck and shoulders are misshapen. They're bulging and throbbing, and the head looks swollen on one side, and it's connected to the left shoulder with ligament-like strands. This creature looks to be probably 35 to 40 foot tall.
Oh, shit.
It's like Mecha Bugbear.
Mecha Bugbear was not that big. Mecha Bugbear was maybe like...
It's like 3 meters tall.
Yeah, like 7 foot, maybe, about that. Maybe 8 foot. But you guys hear this, like, thumbing sound, like thrum, 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 and you see all these cables, and it's like this distraction, because you have never seen anything like this. You see, like, this light running down from the top of this cylindrical tank, and all these big cables, and all this light is running across the roof through these weird channel things into this machine and down the pipes and tubes into this creature. Its hands are just floating in there, and you guys see the Banshee gunning it down these stairs that lead from the balcony that you were on. Your attention is finally drawn back to her. She runs to this outer balcony that sort of rims this room, and she looks up at you guys. She pulls out her bow and she points it at the top of this massive cylindrical tank and looses an arrow. It flies up towards the roof, crashing into the machine, sending explosion and cables flicking out, all of this liquid and this energy like sort of fizzles out of some of those tubes, and you guys see cracking of these white lines ripping down the sides of this glass tank, and debris from the top of this explosion that happens at the machine on the roof. All these bits of machinery and cables and chunks of steel fall down, crashing to the lab, and you see some scientists, like, some dodge out of the way, some fall over, some are crushed, and you see this creature, its eyes open. One is proportional to its head, but the other eye is bulging and half closed, and it's many times bigger than the first eye. And it looks down with its sickly yellow eyes and its rotten, overcooked, yolk-coloured pupil, and you see this glowing in its eye. And some of the scientists down the bottom begin to scream and wail, and as you're seeing all this going on, the Banshee is running around the side of this room. The scientists, you see some of their arms like heave and grow and meld, and other parts of their body sort of bulge and explode, and pus flies out of it. And the creature starts to slam its fist into the glass, and you see more of those lines, these breaks in the glass, shatter down the length of this tank. And you're all slowly sort of making your way down these stairs in awe as liquid starts to break out of these small fractures in the glass. And you hear a voice over the announcement, and it's a woman. She says, "What are you doing? Look what you've done!" And that's where we'll leave this episode.
Oh, damn!
Gonna unleash the Kraken.
What the hell is that? Well, I know what it is, and you might find out next time. I'm Crux, the interdimensional demon bard. Toodaloo.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for thanking me. Thank you, my fun boys.
Thanks for downloading, thank you for listening, thank you for being a bunch of fun people and listening to us silly fun boys. Thank you for painting a mural of a bunch of dogs with muscly men bodies. That was really cool. And now...
So, check out our website at www.beyondthedice.com. Go there and check it out.
At Beyond the Dice is our Instagram, where we take all the pics. D&D, RPG, nerdy, board game, other things. Go there.
Trav, we have a Facebook page. You can get any news there at facebook.com/BTDpod.
You tell yourself.
Not that fake news.
Yeah, no fake news there.
Only that real news.
Yeah, none of that clickbait shit on our Facebook.
No.
But if you have the time, please make your way over to whatever podcast app or program you use to listen to our show and give us a review. Because that'd be really, really super helpful if you give us a review. That way other people will see said review and be like, oh, this is good or bad, or most likely be like, this is awesome, I'm gonna give it a listen. Anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to do that, guys, and we shall say good day, good night.
Good day.
Good day, friends.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Dun, 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 dun. Alright, sounds like a good chance for a beer break. Be right back.
Oh, ice cream.
Beer right back.
Beer right back. Good. Oh, fuck.
Well, Luke leaves and now you become an invalid.
Hey, Ben, who's the actor that plays guy in Harry Potter, the caretaker?
What, Hagrid? No, the guy who, is it Felch?
Felch.
I don't know the actor's name.
Sorry, boys.
All good.
So, felching is Isn't that where you like suck out of a?
What? What?
You need a drink more or stop drinking. I don't know which.
Yeah.
No, that's true. I'm not even making that
Why
up.
are you saying that?
Yeah, but why are you bringing it up? We're not. The issue is not that we're like we don't
If you're
think you're
right or wrong.
true. Yeah, what we're concerned about is the fact that you brought it up.
Well, because you said felching.
I said Felch because he's the character from Harry Potter.
Oh, well, that's...
Isn't it Finch?
I don't know.
There is definitely no character called Felch because I would have made that association.
Look, it might
and
be
wouldn't
Finch.
right.
I don't know. I'm not the biggest Harry Potter aficionado, and neither am I
Please
aficionado.
don't say Felch.
Travis.
What?
I just googled it. You're right, and
Oh,
why do you know that? Why the fuck do you know that, man?
Andy, that's why.
no! Don't blame this on Andy, man. Don't be like he's not here to defend himself. You're the creep.
Well, I don't know. Gee, when are we going to see Andy next? I don't know. Tomorrow.
So you're gonna ask him. You're gonna be like, tell Andy, tell everyone that you're the one who learned what Felch was first.
When I say Andy, I'm gonna be, hey, Felchinator!
The Felchinator. He'll know too. Like he. Yeah.
Oh, no.
So much blooper.
The Felchinator 2 Judgment Butt.
Is that why you guys always sleep in the same room at the weekends away?
Oh. Yep. He's neither
like
gonna deny it.
Pre-pooped.
Or...
You haven't heard him deny it yet, which is as good as a confession.
Yeah.
Can this go?
Yeah,
in
exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna go in there. I'll cut it out so that people don't know your dirty secret until they get to the very end.